Marsh, Political Outreach Director of Vermont Conservation Voters. I'm joined with Senator Rebecca White from the Windsor County District, and she's also the co-chair of the Climate Solutions Caucus and a lead sponsor of S5, the Affordable Heat Act, which just was voted on the second reading today, this is Thursday, on the Senate floor. What the bill has changed a little bit in the course of the week.
Yes.
It was over in Senate Appropriations.
Where we are now.
Oh, look at that. And there were some changes that were made, an amendment that was then voted on. Could you tell the Climate Dispatch viewers what the amended bill looks like?
Sure.
And what that means for the Affordable Heat Act in the long term?
Sure. So we're actually in Senate Appropriations, which is a coincidence, but when we had the Appropriations Committee look at the bill, they offered a few different amendments. Something folks should know is that there was some equity language that was updated from the Office of Racial Equity that we included and had as a committee amendment, and then we also had an amendment that was exclusively from the Appropriations Committee that turned the bill away from implementation in 2026, but instead just having it be that it goes to the legislature and is voted on. So we've talked about checkbacks. We have many reports in the bill already, but this new appropriations amendment does make it a longer outlook for implementation, with 2026 being a vote that the legislature has to take to actually make it an implemented plan. So I'm disappointed by that change because I think it slows down the process, but I'm very respectful of our Appropriations Committee and some of the concerns that they were trying to wrestle with. So I think ultimately the fact that we're starting the process, we're putting a plan in place, and it's got all of the work that's already in the bill as a part of the rulemaking process, I'm still very happy with the vote that we took today. So.
Yes, the vote was 19 to 10, and I think that this is sort of a compromise of sorts.
No, it's definitely a compromise. Yeah, and I would say something that anyone who's watching the Climate Dispatch should know is that we were very much inundated with fossil fuel dealer related communications. So we even had this gauntlet that was running into the Senate of folks. So definitely a lot of pressure and misinformation that's out there about the bill. So if you're hearing things that sound maybe a little inflammatory about S5, it's probably inflammatory. So I would recommend, if you're interested in learning more about the bill, to check out any of the resources that some of the advocates have as well.
Yeah, and some of the senators were mentioning that they've been inundated with urging from their constituents to vote against S5. And Senator Bray reminded them that was probably an older iteration of the bill that they just amended. It's almost completely different in a lot of ways because of this checkback process.
Definitely a compromise, but we'll see what happens in the House.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the bill is now headed over to the House after a third reading tomorrow, so one more final step. So it's going to be just as important to stay engaged, stay tuned into what's going on. We're going to keep you abreast of everything that's happening once it's over in the House. A lot more work to do ahead, but a strong vote today in the Senate, thanks to the leadership of Senator White and others, more of her colleagues in Senate Natural and Senator Probst. So we will keep you tuned in to what's going on, and when you can reach out and call your legislators and continue to support. Not yet, but there will be an opportunity to do so. So stay tuned. We'll see you